Hello everybody, this is BeastCat100 and welcome back to some more Tokyo Dark. In the previous episode, we had gone to Suicide Forest, Okigahara, and we found the compound, finally focusing in on the focal point of Reina's suffering, and getting the last piece of the puzzle. In this episode, we have a decision to make. We have two options on how to proceed. And once we make this option, you can never go back. First is Kamakura, where the Kawanas are waiting to try to purify the mask and rid its evil. However, doing that will cut off ties to Reina and Kazuki. Or, we can go to Shinjuku. In Shinjuku, we go back to the tunnels and head deep into the dark to find the door. I'm very curious on both of these, and perhaps, well, we'll get back to it eventually, I'm sure. I would have to play through the whole game again, but that's for worrying about later. We're going to Shinjuku. We're gonna follow this into the end. Oh, okay. So you can go there. All right. So okay, the game made it seem like, all right, you can't go back. I kind of wish that I could have gone back to the apartment to take another dose of pills, but first time I came down here, I was so sure that I would save Tanaka alone that I didn't think about what I was doing. Am I doing the same thing now? Now it's the point of no return. Right? Yep, now it's the point of no return. When I found Kazuki's body, he was wearing the mask. She made him wear it she'd done. I'm trying again. She'd made him wear it as she'd been made to. After all the suffering she went through herself, she did it anyway. Can I really forgive her? Ah. Multiple endings. This time will be different. It's no longer leading to a shapeless tunnel. Reina is down there. I can feel myself being drawn to her. I don't have to do the puzzle again. Good. Okay. No music. Oop. There are a lot of stairs. Okay. What are we gonna find down here? Really? Would have thought that at least would have been a jump scare. Oh, okay. Alright, things are a little bit different. Okay. As I trudged through that oppressive, lonely place, I slowly became aware of someone else. The dark woke up and began to shudder as if racked with quiet sobs, and I felt a numbing sadness spread through my body. The sensation I felt in that place was familiar, and I knew right away why. Raina. She sat there like a lost little girl, like she'd been there for a long time and didn't know where to go. There was no fight in her body, no way for her to lash out. In that place, we were equals. She rose to her feet, and when she saw me, her eyes looking confused and desperate. She was the start of it all, everything I'd gone through. I'd put an end to it, one way or another. You facing off against Raina again? Yep. So you went anyway, huh? Even though I told you to leave me alone. Why couldn't you just forget and leave me alone? So that's it. You want to keep hurting me, right? I hate to burst your bubble, but if it's revenge you're after, it won't work. Nope, can't blow my brains out here. The dark won't let you. Aw, did I hurt your feelings? Did you bring your little gun all the way down here for nothing? Are you disappointed? I didn't bring it. There's no point. I didn't shoot you when you took Tanaka, and I won't now. Huh? Don't try to trick me. That doesn't mean you don't want to. After everything I tried, to think that you would be the one to show up here in the end. Funny, isn't it? Isn't it? After all, you were only supposed to be a guest star in my little show, a little temporary addition to liven things up. Then you kept showing up uninvited, dinging every sharp thing you could find to poke me with. Now I can't get rid of you. See? It is funny, right? No matter what we do, we're forced together again. We gotta make the best of it. You're right. Can't avoid each other forever. Fate's forced us together, so all we can do is see it through to the end. Even when I saw you in the forest, you were down here, weren't you? Where else? Welcome to the end of the line. I don't understand it. It's awful down here. Why didn't you try to get back to the surface? Why would I go back? What would be the point? When I do, I look around and don't even recognize it anymore. The streets are different, the sounds have changed. Everyone I knew and cared for is gone. You don't know what it's like. Every day the same, feeling every day the same and feeling my old pain again and again and again. People don't change, no matter what, no matter how much time goes by. They all stick. No matter how much time goes by, they all still look down like I'm a flea-bitten dog to be kicked around and ignored. They hate me. In the end, I'll end up back here anyway, so why fight it? At least there's nothing. At least down here, nothing changes. When I was little, they said everything would be okay if I had the mask. But then Mommy died and the police took it away, and nothing's gone right since. No one ever cared about me. The police, the foster homes, the other girls in the agency, they all hated me. They wanted me dead. You're just like the rest of them. Only someday you'll grow old and die, and I'll still be here unless you give me that mask. It isn't that simple. Having the mask isn't going to solve your problems. It is that simple! Everyone always tells me it can't be simple. Why not? None of this would have happened if it weren't for you! If you'd just given it to me in the first place, you could have lived your stupid little fantasy life. Instead, you had to be a hero, get involved in something that wasn't none of your business. Why shouldn't I just use it? Are my problems not as important as yours? That's it, isn't it? Everything is about you and making your life happy again. I won't let you be happy. I won't. If you won't let me be... If you won't help me, then fine, but I'll keep hurting you, and if you think it's bad now, you don't know the half of it. Or you could give it to me and go on pretending to be happy while I find the door again. Again? You've seen it before? I don't know exactly what you think is going to happen when you find it, but everything I've found tells me it's dangerous. No, you're wrong. The door isn't for you. The collector said so. He said if I had the mask, I could find it again. He said if I found a shrine belonging to Kawana, I could find it again. So you met him too. And he wasn't trying to help us. He must have been toying with us. Shut up! You don't know anything. He told me the mask would let me see the door again. Just like the day Mommy died. When they put the mask on me and I kept my eyes closed like Mommy told me to, even when people started getting sick and crying, then I saw it, the door. Even with my eyes still closed, when I looked at it, I heard Mommy's voice and knew if I found it, everything would be okay. I opened my eyes and it was gone. They took the mask and I saw Mommy on the ground. She wasn't moving anymore, like a doll. It was all my fault. It must have been. I did something wrong, but he told me if I found the mask I could make it right again. Now I'm being punished for a big screw-up, just for not being pure like they told me to be. Except people like Higashi. They shouldn't have hurt me. They shouldn't have left me alone. I had to punish them. I just want to stop them from hurting me. That doesn't make me bad, right? You understand, don't you? The funny thing is, if Tanaka was here, he'd understand. Even after everything you did to him. That's the kind of guy he is. Reina, it's not all your fault. This is beyond you, and it's always been. That's why Tanaka was so intent on following you from the start. You weren't just some orphan girl who somehow saw the darkness that was behind you. If only he had told me, I could have been there for him, helped him. But no, I could have helped me, Agami. He was helping me. He was gonna save me. Then why? If he was helping you, then why hurt him? I didn't want to hurt Tanaka, but it was the only way to bring him here. The same way I was brought here. I thought I'd figured it out, but my white knight abandoned me, went somewhere else. It turns out he was just another stupid idea from a stupid girl. What you did to Tanaka was wrong, but you can still make this right. You brought him down here with you that night. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Just tell me what happened from the beginning. It's hard to remember. Please try. Nothing has gone the way I thought it would. When I went back to Shinjuku, I remembered how I ended up in the dark. I knew what I had to do so Tanaka could be with me. Only the mask wasn't awake. It wasn't loud like in Kamakura, so I made you come into the tunnel with me so Tanaka could wake it up. And then I slit his throat and went back to the dark, and I waited. Tanaka woke up down here too, but the mask was gone. He was alive? He was like me. Or I thought he was. At first, he seemed okay, but then he started wandering around, staring into space and talking to people who weren't there. Poor Tanaka. I think I broke him, Ayami-chan. So he's down here. Just tell me where he is. You don't get it, do you? I don't know where he is, and I don't care. Tanaka abandoned me. Even when he was here, he kept bumbling on and on about he was going to help you. He gave you something, didn't he? That traitor. How else would you be able to keep finding me? He even said he saw the door, but he didn't take me there. I hate him. Why did he leave me? Do you think Tanaka would help a stupid little girl like me? It was dumb to try and bring him here. The collector said if I found the door with the mask, I'd find the door with the mask. I didn't want to be alone is all. Now that you're here, I guess the mask is too. I didn't need him after all. He's gone. You're wrong. I can feel him somewhere here. He's waiting for me. You can? But maybe he's at the door. Please take me there. Don't leave me. The mask opened in the dark and took me straight to Reina. Now that I'm here, I can feel it, pulsing like a heartbeat. The door. The unbeknownst place where chance and fate have no importance. That's where Kazuki is. I know now what will happen if I lead her there. She'll get what she truly wants. She'll get to rest and finally be free. No more pain, no more suffering. Maybe that's what Kazuki would have wanted. But if I do that, the dark would change shape again, and any hope of finding him would be lost. he'd be trapped here, waiting for me, and I'd never be able to tell him the truth behind everything he suffered for. That's if the Kazuki Tanaka that's left here is the same man I love. Either way, I have to abandon someone, but it's my responsibility. I have to choose. Oh. So many choices. But once again, I knew what I was going to do from the start, just from this conversation. Please don't hurt me. When I did to Tanaka, it was the only way. You get it right? Right? No. You're wrong, but then again, maybe there isn't a right way to begin with. In your own way, you're the same as me. Grasping at whatever you could. He may still be down here, like you said. Will the Tanaka I find be the real him, though? If I use the mask, would I be the real me? I'm not so sure anymore. You're really not going to go after him? No. I'd have to give up even more of myself, succumb even more to this darkness. He wouldn't have wanted that. You know, for a long time, your face was all I ever saw. Ever since Kamakura. It motivated me to push through my sadness because I thought I was doing something good, putting my problems behind me by becoming the hero and slaying some ancient evil. You became a demon, a symbol of all my hatred of everything bad that happened to me that day. No, I'm not a demon. No, you're not. You're just a girl. Always were. Besides, I'm no hero. I'm not sure if there's even such a thing. I realize that now. Me, you, Tanaka. All three of us were just paper dolls caught in some storm, being blown by the winds that were so far out of our control. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for any of it to happen. I just wanted a way out. I just wanted to be normal. Tanaka was one of the smartest people I knew. I think he knew what would happen to him. Maybe that's why he was so distant. I wish things had played out differently for us. And for you, Reina. I know what happened to you. All of it. I don't know how I saw all those things, but I can't ignore them. No one deserves to experience what you did, Reina. Every day you lived in hell, with no love or light. It was awful. We failed you, and I'm sorry. I forgive you, Reina. It hurts to say it. That's selfish, isn't it? I can't forget the pain you caused me despite how hard I try. But I do forgive you. Because somewhere along the way, this horrible cycle has to end. I don't want to hurt people anymore. Then come with me. Let me help you. Why? Where are we going? To the door. You said you heard your mom, right? Let's go see her. I'm scared. What if she isn't there? What if I was wrong? It's okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. You can rest like you always wanted. No more coming back, no more hurting people. Though I can't tell you what's waiting for you, I know it's better than this. I promise. Ayami, do you think it'll hurt? No. How do you know? I don't know how, but the dark responds to the feelings of the people in it. Every time we butt heads, it pushed me out. It feels different now. It feels peaceful. What I'm trying to say is, I don't want to hurt you, Reina. I only want to help you, and I think the dark will too. Okay. I'm ready. Oh. Well, she's not psycho anymore. Thank you, Ayami. I don't know why you helped me, but thank you. For years, Reina searched for the door. The whole time it was nearby, hidden by a thick darkness that shifted in reaction to her own hatred and fear. The mask began to tug at me as if guiding us, and together hand in hand, it appeared in front of us. I wasn't sure how I noticed it before. It was like it had always been there. Until that moment, I never noticed how small and truly fragile she was. Standing in front of the door, she shook like a leaf. Squeezing her hand, I reassured her. I told her that I forgave her. Knowing that if she took a step forward, it would all be over and she'd find peace. I thought maybe I would too. For a long time she stood, saying nothing. Then eventually she let go of my hand and moved through the door. And as soon as she did, her image began to fade. She was smiling. Not the unhinged smile from my past, but her true smile. The smile of a little girl. It's that smile, free of hate and malice, I remember now. The dark remained even after she left, though it began to change as I remained within it, suddenly agitated and expansive like it was growing. Somehow I knew what little light I saw was because of Reina. Her fear and hatred diffused out of the shadows. Thanks to that light I was able to find the surface. The mask didn't quiet after Reina's passing, and every day it became more restless. One day I cast it into the sea near Kamakura, and despite the Kawana woman's warning, it would never return to me. Though occasionally I can still feel it, scratching like a pin needle on the back of my skull. When the girl faded, other memories did too. Impressions... When the girl faded, other memories did too. Impressions of a man called Kazuki Tanaka and a love we once shared. I find pictures in my apartment that I know are him, yet all I see is the face of a stranger looking up at me. Some nights I wake up with tears in my eyes and images of that face crying out to me from the dark corner of my dreams, and I desperately try to remember what memory remains. Yet something about those pictures, staying in that apartment, feels familiar, even if I can't make sense of it some days. All I remember for sure is Reina's smile, knowing that in those final moments she forgave me for what I did to her. Finally, I was able to feel peace. Achievement unlocked. Only a child's. Save Reina ending. Tokyo Dark. Wow. That was not what I expected. I thought that I didn't think that saving Reina would destroy the memories of... Wow. I want to play more of this. I want to see some of the other endings. This is a fantastic game. And I probably will record it, though it might take a little bit longer because I would be like going through long stretches and then cutting out what we've already seen. But definitely pick this game up for yourself. There are so many choices. Oh. Interesting, most interesting. Oh. Oh, interesting. Most interesting. Well, I gotta change the voice because I forgot that I used the same voice for the collector. Nothing but a crow feeding on the carrion of that time leaves in its wake. Forgive me for not being an impartial spectator of human suffering. The woman had her own desires. I only gave her a little push. I thought you'd be happy. Ito found forgiveness through the context of her suffering by drowning herself in the past. Historian's dream. Gesture of extraordinary kindness, yes, but history does not smile at the happiness of one. It favors the welfare of all. Time is not a single thread, but a complex tapestry, pushed and formed into a picture by the forces of fate and chance. The different threads present a myriad of truths, but all an aspect of the same visage nonetheless. A myriad. Interesting. I would have thought one so interested in history would adhere to a single truth. On the contrary, if history has taught me anything, it is that there is no one truth. The deeper one gazes, the more complex it becomes. Yes, all are truths. I'll grant insight into the same puzzle. You're right, my old friend. Time is a spiral, and observe it long enough and we may not yet learn something. No, she is not your plaything. It is not your decision. There's only one way this can end. Only one way for the world to remain intact and stop the thing that's coming. It must be protected. The role must be performed. Stubborn. So stubborn. Allow me to ask you a question. I believe I know it already. You've asked it before. Indulge me. I asked her the same question. If the dancing puppet looks up and sees its strings, does it remain a puppet? What a fate and chance, then. I answer your riddle with one of my own. You see the storm clouds approaching, and though you can take shelter or alter your course, does the storm not come regardless? Pah! No fun. You've never tolerated my philosophical side. Know you and me when I tell you how things are. Suppose that's because we are one and the same. What of her? All we can do is see, but eventually she will end up there. There's only one path which will hold the world together. Oh. New Game Plus. Ooh, this interests me. Okay. So there's more to this story. There's more to this story than meets the eye. I like that. Okay. So we're gonna end this episode off here. But we are far from done. In the next episode of Tokyo Dark, it's time to dive into New Game Plus. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.